Like I always do, welcome to the channel. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ted. I talk bass, man. This channel is all about tips, tricks, and tutorials, mostly tutorials for the blue collar bass player. In this video, this live stream, we're going to talk about MISTA COOL by the Brothers Johnson, Lewis Johnson on bass. I was really trying to get my hand on a Music Man bass for this tutorial, but I'm going to be exploring Lewis Johnson a little bit more, so we'll hopefully get a Music Man or two here soon. So anyway, all of you guys that I'm seeing on the chat right now, my folks, Brandy, Thrift, what's good? Josh, Brooks, what's good? I'm not going to talk too much here in the beginning. Let's just get into it, man. Let's just get into it. All right. I'm going to go through this super slow first part, and hopefully if you guys can see the bass and all that and everything looks good, give me a thumbs up. If there's a problem or something, let me know. Problem with the sound or anything like that, let me know. Everything should be cool, but in the event that it isn't, just let me know and I will correct it as soon as possible. So here it is, slowly. The intro, first part. Let me tell you what's going on there. So we're in that classic E minor funk vibe. So we're sliding up to the fifth of E, which is B. Now the way that I do it, and the way that I interpret it, is pluck, slide up to that B, then pluck the A, okay, and then I'm gonna thump the G, real slow. Then we're gonna come down on the E with the thumb. You know, E minor pentatonic, right? Thump the D. Thump D, hammer on to E. And then I thumb on the open E. So let's do that slowly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the lick starts on the beat 4. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and then we're gonna add that pluck D, hammer on to E. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the first joint. When I first learned this, I would do this. I would go. If you wanted to do that in a way that lets you practice double thumbing, by all means do that. You're just not going to get the same attack when you bring it up to speed, okay? There's the next part. C sharp, D, and then G. There's the first half of the groove. So if you if you kind of dissect the whole groove, MISTA, right? That's the first half. Second half, the same, but you're gonna G and A. I wanted to say again, well, not again, but I didn't see it. I didn't say it before, but this video, this live stream is brought to you by the TED Talks Bass merchandise tray. Below, we got mugs, we got t-shirts, and all kinds of fun stuff. Hoodies. I know it's warm outside, but if you want to pick up one of those things and support this free content, I would be happy about it and would love you forever. So, let's do both halves of this, okay? Bop, bop. Okay, how we doing out there? Let me know how we doing in the chat. Orange Juice says looks and sounds great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys have any questions or anything, please let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'll keep going. So there's the A section, right? Here's the next part, and this was actually kind of challenging for me learning it, but we're gonna make it easy, okay? And again, like all this stuff, any video that I put out, I want to have you feel like you're chilling with me at the crib. We're learning it. I'm showing it to you just like the homies used to show each other stuff back in the day when we were just sitting around listening to records. Nah, man, it don't go like that. It go like this, blah, 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 right? And then use that as a springboard for you to go and listen to the recordings and then try to pick it up yourself and learn your own stuff. Okay, without further ado. So, here's the second part. A. Maybe you lost my, let me slide over here a little bit because I think you lost my right hand. So, let me do that one more time. Okay. What's happening here is we've got this skip. Root, fifth root. So on this hand, root, fifth root. This hand, okay. We're going down to G. So we've got here's a fun bit. So that is a minor 10th. That shape is a minor 10th. Anytime you got a note here and a note on the G string, that's a 10th. No matter where you put it, okay? So that terminology is just called a minor 10th. All right? So we're going to play that minor 10th. Rake with this index finger, we're going to rake up. Or rake down rather. 10th root, 5th root. Just dragging my finger across the strings. Raking, for those who aren't familiar with that term. Okay, let's put that all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, So there's something I wanted to say something about. Excellent. What's good, bud? I love seeing you with the Gruv mask on. By the way, so this motion here, where Lewis plays a ascending octave, followed by a descending octave, is very similar to what he does in Strawberry Letter 23, where he goes. Okay, I'm gonna do a tutorial on that tune soon, because if you don't know, here's another plug on the album that I released last year, Saint Anne, which could be found at brothertheodore.bandcamp.com. I did a cover of Strawberry Letter 23, so I'm pretty familiar with that line, and also how I modified that line for my own thing. So anyway, so they're so similar. I just forgot the. They're so similar. I just forgot the MISTA COOL. There we are. So. Okay, there's the next part. So we covered this part. Now we're gonna add this part. The octave of A, and then the flat 7, which is G. Now, notice these two fingers, the little ghost note I put in there. And then we're back to the groove. So those little variations that I'm putting in there like this, I don't know if I picked them up from the record or if I'm just doing them. The other one I did was, now if I do this, the chromatic walk up, then I have to miss out on that part when I get there, because my hand is stuck in this position. So you could do it, you just have to be a little bit quicker. So let's just review that whole thing from the beginning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That was the part I forgot. Sorry. So the first half of that. So you see how we have these patterns of groups of 2. So we got the one thing for 2 bars, and then the other thing with the variation. So. So all that is now we go D, C. The way I do it is I go. That's my way of doing it. I don't know if Lewis went with a trill with one finger and the middle finger wasn't there. He could have done it that way. He could have done it the other way. My guess, after watching Louis Johnson for a while, I think he may have done this. I do this. All right? Neither one of those things is going to get you kicked off the bandstand or in the jam band or out of your bedroom if you're playing by yourself. So let's try that again. I think on the recording that happens about 8 times. I think. I don't want to play the recording right now, but anyway. So now let's talk about the third section. So we talked about the A section. We talked about the B section. Now we're going to talk about the C section, which is Louis's signature slap thing. I'm not gonna do note for note, but I'm gonna give you note for note on the main pattern, but there are variations in there that you would need to listen and really pick that out. So, open E. Let me remember how this goes. Oh, excuse me. Let's talk about this part. This part may be confusing for some folks, and I want to make sure that for the folks that watch the replay that I really take my time and explain that. So first, thumb on E. Let's do that again. So we can just take that part because that's one that might be confusing for some folks. So that. So we've got thumb. It's harder to talk about it when you're slowing it down. So it's a triplet. Triplet. Now, I'm going to do some videos soon talking about Louis Johnson's style. I don't want to give too much of that away right now, but there's some very common things that Louis Johnson does that as soon as you hear him, you're like, that's Louis Johnson. As soon as you hear anybody do something even close to that, you're like, that's a Louis Johnson vibe. So you can take that in and of itself, turn that into an exercise all on its own. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Or same notes, just an octave higher. There's D, triplet, and then a pluck. Triplet, pluck. And then 2 thumps down. Now, when I did the thump that time, I didn't hit any string in particular. I just thumped the bass. 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 4. Oops. Now I know I'm belaboring the point on that, but I just wanted to show you some ideas there. So that's the first part. Now we've got an octave G, thumb, index finger. I call it a pinch. Call it what you want. I call it a pinch. That G, if we're thinking E minor, G is the major, the relative major of E minor. But this G also acts as the minor third, the minor third of E. Okay? So, we're just playing them together. So. Play around with it like this. Messed that up. What did I do? Okay, so now we've got a thing that we see Louis Johnson do a lot. We also see Marcus Miller do this a lot. We've got 2 octaves. Well, 2 octaves, yes. We're going to root, octave on E. And we're going to slide that down to D. And then from A to G, this whole step octave thing. Let me not get on a tangent and just show you again. All right, so here it is. Speed it up a little bit. So, some of the other things that I was doing, if you take this idea, that triplet idea, Orange Juice says, fun loop. Yeah, man. That almost sounds like a reggae thing. Watch this. I'm trying to think about what I want to tell you, and then and then biff in the line. That combination of triplet on the with using the thumb open, come down with the left hand or your right hand if you're left-handed. Triplet pluck. Triplet pluck. Three, four. 3, 4. 3, add a note. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. So I'm just moving around notes in the E minor pentatonic. There I'm major 7 of E and the flat 7. I'm sorry, major 6 in the flat 7 of E. Reverse those. Right, I'm just reversing them. Do the same thing with the D and the E. See what I mean? So you can see, let me switch cameras here so I can look at you. I want to look at you. Guys, I have pink eye. I didn't want to say that on camera, but true story. Woke up, pink eye. Sucks. Anyway, so you can see we started off talking about this one song, right? And then from there, then all these other ideas and all bits of vocabulary from other funk tunes kind of came out of that, and you start taking these different ideas and turning them into your own little exercises or whatever. So I'm gonna stick around. Definitely better than having COVID. Although to be honest with you, I don't know if I have COVID or not, because I just came back from California, and I don't care what anybody says. The airlines, the airports are not enforcing social distancing or wearing masks and stuff like that. So I'm actually going. I tested negative before I flew, so. Now that I'm back, I'm going to test again tomorrow morning, and then I'll test again in 2 weeks. I'm currently on my self-imposed quarantine, but yeah, definitely better than having COVID. Still sucks, just not as much as COVID. So anyway, I'm not going to stay on here too long today, but I will hang around for a few minutes for questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that in regard to anything bass related. Speak now, forever hold your peace. I'm just kidding. I started a new workout. Yeah, Brandy, it's whack, man. It's whack. I mean, this channel is not about politics or anything like that. I will say that human nature is just whack. You know what I mean? We're in a lot of the positions that we're in right now, I think, in large part because we just don't give a damn about each other. And that sucks, man. You know, if I were to catch COVID, knock on wood, you know, I think even though I would get my behind whooped, I think I would be cool. I think I would be okay. However, you know, I wear a mask and try to do all the stuff for my elderly mother, for my elderly aunt, and for the mothers and elderly aunts of people that I come around, that I encounter when I do encounter people. I think it's only the right thing to do. I think, you know, had we thought about each other in a more I don't know the word I'm looking for right now, but I think if we were more diligent about just being human for a little while, we could have been back to normal a lot sooner. This thing could be on the downslide, but like people are just like, you know, people be tripping, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We got to do better about caring about each other. I had another little point. Maybe I can't remember it because it wasn't that important. So, William, I may have some more interviews coming soon. I gotta check. I've been really kind of busy on some other stuff, so we'll definitely see what's up on that. Hey Brandy, you gotta DM me if you're still here. You gotta DM me or something and let me know what you think about the new lighting situation. Because you know I know that's your bag. I need to know. I need to know from the experts. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all. I'm going to, if nobody has any questions, comments, concerns, or anything on that, I'm going to run and get ready for the next task of the day, the next important thing of the day. It was important that I did come and kick it with y'all and also use it as an opportunity to test out my new stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it. As always, all of you guys, thank you so much for checking in. Fleece, the town was great, man. The town was great. I absolutely love Oakland. I just have to say, again, you know, even though I grew up in New Orleans, I came of age in New Orleans, I definitely became a man in the Bay Area. A lot of who I am, I owe to Oakland, Hayward, Castro Valley, San Leandro and Oakland in particular. So yeah, man, the Bay is always in my heart. So anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss a groove. When school starts, guys, I won't be streaming, depending on how the schools end up being this school year. I obviously won't be streaming at 3 o'clock. I'll still be teaching, but you know, I will have a more solid idea of that once we get into August. So anyway, y'all, much love, peace, respect. Y'all be safe out there. Take care of yourselves, man, and each other. All right? Peace. I will see y'all next time in the next video. All right. 2 fingers.